finishing touches is made possible by Lafarge Gypsum, bringing material to life.
What's a designer to do when a client asks for interiors that no one has ever seen before? The answer is simple: custom design and manufacture everything. Grant Webster took on this challenge and the results are pretty mind-blowing.
I said to the client, if you want to push the boundaries and you want to do something that you've not seen before and that I haven't done before and that you're not likely to come across even in a magazine, then we're going to completely take this apartment out the box.
A lot needed to be considered when planning the interiors of this apartment, starting off with the shell. Grant implemented some interesting design principles to achieve the flow between the spaces.
Ceiling relates a lot towards the floor, and it also it's used in a macro sense, in an architectural sense, because what we were trying to do is avoid having a guest come into the house and being exposed to the main view out of the lounge straight away. So the direction of the tiles and the grain of the tiles points opposite to that. So when you come in, it's diverting your attention to one wall, and then when you come in and you approach the kitchen, the ceiling like swoops off towards that, and then you're suddenly exposed to the kitchen. And as you move through the spaces, you're exposed to them one at a time.
This journey through the home is helped along by the use of ceiling detail. Perimeter bulkheads and soft curvy lines of suspended ceilings draw the eye from one room to the other. Grant's used a lot of shiny and metallic pieces: mirrors, chrome, marble, perspex, even crystal. The soft furnishings comprise a neutral base of creams and charcoals, with pops of berry colours in accent pieces. Ever mindful of his clients' request to create truly unique interiors, even the prayer room is extraordinary.
We were using a circle as the basis of the design. It's echoed in the prayer cabinets, it's echoed in the spots that are on the carpet, and then we did it in the ceiling. And once it was one of those things, we did the ceiling, and then when we were finished, we thought, you know, these things are not punchy enough. So I said, let's just get a wallpaper and put a wallpaper in there and see what happens. And we did one, and it looked good, so we did them all. And obviously with the light inside that thing, it shines out rather than the light being a down light shining down. Then there's no light, so that crystal that's inside that center reflects the light all around, and it actually highlights the feature rather than shining onto the floor.
And to pull this whole interior together, it was crucial for the design team to create the right mood by lighting the spaces beautifully.
Lighting has become so advanced these days, and the use of bulkheads is integral into that. They used to use bulkheads in the olden days just to hide air conditioning and services. Now the projects that we're working on, the ceiling, without the ceiling there is no apartment. The ceiling is probably 1/3 of the apartment in terms of what we're trying to create and what we're trying to portray. It's not necessarily white, it might be different colors, and the lighting is used either as a directional lighting like a downlight, which is really doesn't highlight the ceiling, or by putting in shadow lines, and then we go and hide little LED strip lighting in there, and that is used to express the design of the ceiling. Using the different levels and stuff creates intimacy, or it creates open spaces. The intimacy is obviously in a lower ceiling. A lot of my clients say to me, oh, you know, why is the ceiling getting low? Why can't we have a high ceiling? And I say, you know, why do you want one? And so often they say, oh no, because it makes the room bigger.
Grant says it's all about understanding proportion.
So when you go into a bathroom or a kitchen or an area where there's a little bit more intimacy required, we generally drop the ceilings as low as 2.4 sometimes to create the intimacy. And then in the formal areas and that, then we allow the ceiling to go up.
Finishing touches is made possible by Lafarge Gypsum, bringing material to life.